Hi there, English learners. You're watching Easy and Fast English Learning, and I'm Ethan. Here we make English simple, practical, and easy to use in real life. No confusing grammar talk, no pressure. Just clear lessons that help you speak faster, understand more, and sound more natural step by step. Whether you're learning during a coffee break or practicing every day, this channel is here to help you improve with confidence. In today's lesson, we're going to unlock a smart English skill that can make your conversations smoother, clearer, and much more powerful. Before we start, I want to tell you a short story. A few years ago, I met a woman named Rose. Rose was from Japan. She had studied English for more than 10 years. She could read English books. She could understand English movies. She even passed a very difficult English test. But when she came to the United States, something strange happened. She walked into a coffee shop. The person behind the counter smiled and said, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And Rose just stood there. Her mind went blank. Her mouth would not move. She knew what she wanted. She wanted a latte. Just a simple latte. She had said the word 1,000 times in her head. But in that moment, standing in front of a real person, the word just disappeared. She pointed at the menu. She smiled nervously. She walked away feeling embarrassed. She felt small. She felt like all those years of studying English were useless. She thought, "What is wrong with me? I studied so hard. Why can I not say one simple word?" Later that night, Rose sat in her room and cried. Not because she did not know English. She knew a lot of English. But because her mouth could not say what her brain already knew. Does this sound familiar? If it does, I want you to know something. You are not alone. And it is not your fault. Let me explain. Most people who learn English spend years reading. They spend years listening. They spend years studying grammar rules and memorizing vocabulary lists. And that is good. That is important. I am not saying those things do not matter. But here is the problem. Reading is not speaking. Listening is not speaking. Writing is not speaking. Speaking is different. Think about this. When you read a book, you have time. You can read slowly. You can read a sentence again and again. You can stop and think. But when you speak, there is no time to stop. There is no time to think about grammar. The other person is looking at you, waiting, and your brain has to find the right words, put them in the right order, and send them to your mouth, all in less than 1 second. That is hard. That is really, really hard. And if you have never trained your mouth to do that, your mouth does not know how. Your tongue does not know where to go. Your lips do not know what shape to make. Your brain knows English, but your mouth does not. This is the real problem. So if you have ever felt nervous when speaking English, if you have ever felt your face get hot, your heart beat faster, your voice gets small and quiet, if you have ever opened your mouth and nothing came out, this is normal. This does not mean you are bad at English. This does not mean you are not smart enough. This does not mean you will never be fluent. It just means your mouth needs more practice. That is all. Let me say it again because this is important. The problem is not your brain. Your brain is fine. Your brain is smart. Your brain has been doing great work, storing all that English knowledge for years. The problem is the connection between your brain and your mouth. That connection is weak. It is like a tiny path in the forest. And we need to make it bigger, stronger, wider. How? By using it. By walking on it. Again and again. Your mouth is like a muscle. If you do not use it, it does not get stronger. But if you start training it, even a little bit, even slowly, it will get better. I promise you. Let me give you a simple example. Think about learning to play the piano. Imagine you read 100 books about piano. You watch 1,000 videos about piano. You study music theory for 5 years. Then one day you sit down at a real piano. You put your fingers on the keys. Can you play? No, of course not. Your brain knows what a piano is. Your brain knows how music works. But your fingers have never touched the keys. Your hands do not know what to do. Speaking English is the same thing. You can study English all day long. But if your mouth never practices saying the words, your mouth will not know what to do. Your mouth needs its own practice. Your tongue needs its own training. Your lips need to learn the shapes. Your breath needs to learn the rhythm. This is not about being smart. This is about training your body. And here is the good news. Training your body is simple. Not easy, but simple. There is a difference. Simple means you know what to do. The steps are clear. But it still takes effort. It still takes time. It still takes patience. But you can do it. Anybody can do it. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to start. Think about how children learn to speak. A baby does not open a textbook. A baby does not study grammar rules. A baby does not worry about making mistakes. A baby just tries. A baby says mama 100 times, 1,000 times. The baby says it wrong. The baby says it again. The baby does not feel embarrassed. The baby does not think, oh no, I said it wrong. Everyone is judging me. The baby just keeps trying. And slowly, very slowly, the baby starts to speak. First one word, then 2 words, then short sentences, then longer sentences. Not perfect, but enough. And that is how your mouth will learn too. Not by studying more grammar, not by reading more books, but by opening your mouth and making sounds. 1 word at a time, 1 sentence at a time, step by step. Let me tell you about Daniel. Daniel was from South Korea. He worked in an office. His job needed English because he had meetings with people from other countries every week. Daniel could understand everything in the meetings. He could read all the emails. He could follow every conversation. But when it was his turn to speak, he froze. His hands would get cold. His voice would shake. He would start a sentence, get stuck in the middle, and then just say, sorry, never mind. After every meeting, Daniel felt terrible. He felt like he was the worst person in the room. He thought everyone was thinking, this guy cannot even speak English. But here is what Daniel did not realize. Everyone in the room already understood him. His English was not bad. His grammar was actually quite good. His pronunciation was fine. The problem was not his English. The problem was his fear. And his fear came from one thing. He had never trained his mouth to speak quickly and smoothly. So every time he tried to speak, his mouth was slow. His mouth was clumsy. And that made him nervous. And the nervousness made his mouth even slower. It was a circle. Fear makes your mouth slow. A slow mouth makes you more afraid. More fear. More silence. Does this sound familiar? So what did Daniel do? He did not buy a new textbook. He did not sign up for an expensive class. He did not move to another country. He did one small thing. Every morning, before work, Daniel stood in front of his bathroom mirror. And he talked to himself in English for 5 minutes. That is it. 5 minutes. Every morning. In the mirror. He did not practice difficult words. He did not practice business English. He just talked. He said things like, good morning. Today I have a meeting at 10. I need to prepare my report. I think the numbers look good this month. I want to tell my team about the new project. Simple sentences. Easy words. Nothing special. At first he felt silly. He felt strange. He was talking to himself in the bathroom mirror. He thought, "This is stupid. This cannot work." But he kept going, because he had tried everything else. He had read textbooks. He had downloaded apps. He had watched hundreds of YouTube videos. None of that helped him speak in meetings. So he thought, "Okay, let me just try this. 5 minutes. What do I have to lose?" Here is what happened. After 1 week, Daniel noticed something. His mouth felt different. The words came out a little faster, a little smoother. After 2 weeks, he started feeling less nervous in meetings. Not confident, not yet, but less afraid. After 1 month, Daniel raised his hand in a meeting and said a full sentence without stopping, without freezing, without saying sorry. His colleague looked at him and said, "Daniel, your English has really improved." But Daniel's grammar had not changed. His vocabulary had not changed. What changed was his mouth. His mouth finally knew how to do what his brain had always known. 5 minutes a day. That is all it took. Let me tell you about one more person. His name is Tom. Tom was from Brazil. He loved English. He watched English movies every night. He could understand almost everything. He even knew a lot of slang words. But Tom had a big problem. When he tried to speak, he could not find the right words fast enough. He knew the words. They were in his brain somewhere, but they would not come out in time. So Tom would start speaking, then stop. Start again, then stop. He would say, and how do you say? Over and over. This made Tom very frustrated. He thought, "I know so much English. Why can I not speak it?" Let me explain why. Tom had a lot of English in his brain, but it was all stored in his reading brain. His reading brain is the part that understands words when you see them or hear them. But speaking uses a different part. Speaking uses your mouth brain. Your mouth brain is the part that sends words from your head, through your throat, to your lips and tongue. And Tom's mouth brain was not trained. It was like a path in the forest. If nobody walks on the path disappears. The grass grows over it. You cannot find it anymore. Tom needed to walk that path, again and again, until the path was clear. So here is what Tom did. Every day, Tom chose one simple sentence from a podcast he liked. Just one sentence. And he repeated it out loud. 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. The first day it felt strange. His mouth felt heavy. The words did not sound right. The second day it was a little better. By the 5th day, that sentence flowed out of his mouth like water. Then he chose a new sentence. And he did the same thing again. One sentence at a time. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. Some days a sentence just would not feel right. His tongue could not make the right sound. The rhythm felt wrong. The words felt jumbled. On those days, Tom wanted to quit. He thought, maybe speaking is just not for me. But he did not quit. He slowed down. He broke the sentence into smaller pieces. He practiced each piece. Then he put them back together. And slowly it worked. After 30 days, Tom had practiced 30 sentences. And something amazing happened. He did not just learn 30 sentences. His mouth started to feel different. The muscles in his mouth knew how to move. The rhythm of English started to feel natural. Tom was not perfect. He still made mistakes. He still paused sometimes. But he could speak. Not perfectly, but freely. And that is the goal. Not perfect, free. Let me explain why this works. When you repeat a sentence out loud, many times, something happens in your body. Your mouth muscles learn the movement. Your tongue learns where to go. Your lips learn the right shape. Your brain builds a fast connection between the thought and the sound. It is like driving a car. When you first learn to drive, you have to think about everything. Turn the wheel, check the mirror, press the gas, press the brake. It feels so difficult, so slow. But after you drive every day for a few months, you do not think about it anymore. Your body just knows. Speaking English is the same. At first, your mouth has to think about every sound, every word, every movement. But after you practice the same sentences again and again, your mouth starts to remember. The movements become automatic. Your brain does not have to work so hard. And that is when speaking starts to feel easy. That is when speaking starts to feel natural. That is when you stop thinking and just speak. So now let me give you a simple method. This is what I call the 30-day mouth training. It is not complicated. It is not expensive. You do not need a teacher. You do not need a partner. You do not need anything special. You just need your mouth, your voice, and 5 to 10 minutes every day. Here is the plan. Step 1. Choose one sentence. Every day, choose one sentence. Can be from a podcast, a YouTube video, a movie, TV show, an audiobook, anything. But the sentence must be simple, not too long, not too difficult, something you can understand completely. For example, I went to the store and bought some milk, or she told me she would call me back later, or I think we should try a different approach. Simple, clear, easy to understand. Step 2. Listen carefully. Listen to the sentence 3 or 4 times. Pay attention to the sounds. Pay attention to the rhythm. Pay attention to which words are stressed, which words are soft, which words are connected. Do not just hear it. Really listen. Notice the music of the sentence. English has a rhythm. Some words are long. Some words are short. Some words are loud. Some words are almost silent. Listen to that music. Step 3. Say it out loud. Now say the sentence out loud. Do not whisper. Do not say it in your head. Say it with your full voice. Your mouth needs to move. Your tongue needs to move. Your lips need to move. Your breath needs to flow. If you just say it in your head, your mouth learns nothing. You have to say it out loud. Step 4. Repeat. Say the sentence again, and again, and again, at least 5 times. Better if you can do 10 times, or even 20. I know this sounds boring. I know this sounds too simple, but this is the secret. The magic is in the repetition. The first time you say it, it will feel strange. The third time, it will feel a little easier. The 5th time, it will start to feel natural. The 10th time, it will flow. That is the power of repetition. Think about your favorite song. You have probably heard it 100 times. And now you can sing it without thinking. The words just come. You do not have to remember them. They are part of you. That is what happens when you repeat a sentence many times. It becomes part of you. It becomes part of your mouth. Your mouth just knows it. Step 5. Record yourself. This step is optional but very helpful. Use your phone. Record yourself saying the sentence. Then listen to it. Compare it with the original. You will hear the difference. And that will help you improve. Do not be afraid of hearing your own voice. Everyone feels strange at first. That is normal. Step 6. Move on. The next day, choose a new sentence. Do the same thing. But before you start the new sentence, say yesterday's sentence one more time. Just once. To keep it fresh in your mouth. Now let me tell you what to expect. Days 1 to 7. Your mouth will feel strange. The sentences will feel slow and heavy. You might feel embarrassed, even if no one is listening. You might think, This is not working. You might think, I sound terrible. Your tongue will feel clumsy, like it does not know where to go. Some sounds will feel impossible. Some words will feel stuck in your throat. This is normal. This is expected. This is part of the process. Do not stop. Keep going. Days 8 to 14. You will start to notice small changes. The sentences from last week will feel easier now. Your mouth will remember some of the movements. You might start to feel a little more confident. Not a lot. A little. But a little is enough. You might notice that some phrases start to come automatically. Without thinking. Your mouth just says them. That is the beginning. That is the bridge forming between your brain and your mouth. Days 15 to 21. Something will start to shift. You will catch yourself thinking in English more often. When you speak, the words will come out a little faster. Not perfectly, but faster. You might be in a conversation and suddenly a sentence comes out. Smoothly, without planning. And you think, wait, did I just say that? You will start to surprise yourself. Days 22 to 30. By now, your mouth has practiced at least 20 sentences. The muscles in your mouth are stronger. The connections in your brain are faster. You will notice that you can speak more freely. Not perfectly, but freely. And that is the goal. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is freedom. The freedom to open your mouth and let the words come out. Even if they are not perfect. Even if you make mistakes. Because mistakes are not the problem. Silence is the problem. Let me say something important about mistakes. Many people are afraid of making mistakes in English. They think if they make a mistake, people will laugh at them. People will think they are stupid. People will judge them. But think about this. When a child says, I go to the store instead of, I went to the store, do you laugh? Do you think the child is stupid? No. You think the child is learning. And you are happy because the child is trying. It is the same with you. When you make a mistake, you are not failing. You are learning. Every mistake is a sign that you are trying. And trying is the only way to improve. The person who makes 100 mistakes is always better than the person who says nothing. Always. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Welcome them. Thank them. They are helping you grow. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns something. Oh, that was not right. Let me try again. And the next time, your brain remembers. And your mouth gets better. No mistake is wasted. Every mistake teaches you something. The best speakers in the world made thousands of mistakes before they became good. Thousands. They did not become good by avoiding mistakes. They became good by making mistakes and learning from them. So make mistakes. Make a lot of them. Make them loudly. Make them proudly. Not perfect, but growing. That is enough. Here are a few more things that will help. Talk to yourself. This is the easiest way to practice. You do not need a partner. You do not need to go anywhere. Just talk to yourself. In the shower. In the car. While cooking. While walking. Describe what you are doing. I am making breakfast. I am putting butter on my toast. The coffee smells good today. Sounds silly. But it works. Your mouth is moving. Your brain is connecting thoughts to words. That is practice. Slow down. You do not need to speak fast. Native speakers speak fast because they have practiced for 20 or 30 years. You are just starting. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Slow and clear is always better than fast and messy. Focus on phrases, not single words. When you learn vocabulary, do not learn single words. Learn phrases. Learn groups of words that go together. For example, do not just learn the word opinion. Learn the phrase, in my opinion. Do not just learn the word suggest. Learn the phrase, I would suggest that. Phrases are the building blocks of speaking. If you know many phrases, you can put them together like Lego blocks. And your mouth will remember them because it has practiced them as a group. Read out loud. This is so simple, but most people do not do it. When you read an article or a book in English, read it out loud. Not in your head. Out loud. Let your mouth feel the words. Let your tongue touch the sounds. Let your breath carry the sentences. 10 minutes of reading out loud is more powerful than 1 hour of reading silently. Because reading silently only trains your eyes. Reading out loud trains your mouth. Now, let me talk about some things you might be thinking right now. You might be thinking, but I do not have time. Let me ask you something. Do you have 5 minutes? 5 minutes in the morning? 5 minutes before bed? 5 minutes while you wait for your coffee? That is enough. 5 minutes is enough. You do not need 1 hour. You do not need 30 minutes. 5 minutes of real practice out loud with your full voice is more powerful than 1 hour of reading silently. 5 minutes. Every day. That is the only thing I am asking. You might also be thinking, but I do not have anyone to practice with. You do not need anyone. You have yourself. You have a mirror. You have your phone. Talk to yourself. Record yourself. Listen to yourself. That is practice. Real practice. Some of the best English learners in the world practice alone. In their rooms. In their cars. In the shower. No partner. No teacher. Just their mouth and their voice. You might also be thinking, but I am too old to improve. No, you are not. Your mouth can learn new movements at any age. Your brain can build new connections at any age. I have seen people in their 50s and 60s improve their speaking in just a few weeks. Age is not the problem. Practice is the answer. You might be thinking, but what if I practice wrong? What if I learn bad habits? That is okay. Bad habits can be fixed later. But silence? Silence gives you nothing. Nothing to fix. Nothing to improve. Nothing to build on. A messy start is better than no start. Always. Let me also tell you what you do not need. You do not need to live in an English-speaking country. You do not need a native speaker as a friend. You do not need an expensive tutor. You do not need a perfect accent. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to be understood. That is enough. There are millions of people around the world who speak English with different accents. Indian English, Korean English, Brazilian English, French English. They are all valid. They are all real. Your accent is part of who you are. It is beautiful. Do not try to erase it. Just focus on being clear, being understood. That is enough. Remember Rose? The woman from the beginning of this video? The one who could not order a latte? I want to tell you the end of her story. After that day in the coffee shop, Rose decided to change something. She stopped studying grammar. She stopped reading textbooks. Instead, she started practicing with her mouth. Every morning, she stood in her kitchen and described what she was doing. I am making toast. I am pouring orange juice. Today is Tuesday. Every evening, she chose one sentence from a podcast and repeated it 10 times. She felt silly at first. She felt like it was too simple. She thought, this cannot be enough. But she kept going. After 2 weeks, she went back to the same coffee shop. The same person was behind the counter. The person smiled and said, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And this time, Rose opened her mouth, and the words came out. "Can I have a latte, please?" It was not perfect. Her voice was a little shaky. Her heart was beating fast, but she said it, with her own mouth, with her own voice, and when she walked out with her latte in her hand, she smiled. Not because she was fluent, but because she was free. I want to speak directly to you for a moment. If you have been studying English for a long time, and you still feel like you cannot speak well, I understand. It is frustrating. Feels like everyone else is better than you. Feels like you will never get there. Feels like something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong with you. You are not stupid. You are not bad at languages. You are not too old. You are not too slow. You just have not trained your mouth yet. That is the only thing that is missing. Your brain already has the English. It is in there. The words, the grammar, the sounds, they are all in your brain right now. You just need to build a bridge from your brain to your mouth. And that bridge is built with practice, not studying. Practice, opening your mouth, making sounds, saying sentences, again and again, one day at a time, one sentence at a time, one step at a time. Before we finish, let me give you 3 key points to remember. 1. Your mouth needs its own training. Reading and listening are not enough. Your mouth is a muscle. It needs to practice the movements of English every day, even if it is just 5 minutes. 2. Repetition is the secret. Say the same sentence 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. This is not boring. This is powerful. Repetition builds the connection between your brain and your mouth. 3. Start before you are ready. Do not wait until your grammar is perfect. Do not wait until you know enough words. Do not wait until you feel confident. Start now. Start messy. Start afraid. The confidence will come later, after you start, not before. Here is what I want you to do, right now, today, not tomorrow. After this video, I want you to say 1 sentence out loud, just 1. You can repeat a sentence from this video. You can say, "My mouth needs practice," or "I am training my mouth to speak English," or 1 sentence at a time. Say it out loud, right now, with your full voice. Not in your head, out loud. Feel your mouth move. Feel your tongue move. Feel the air pass through your lips. That is your first step. That is how it starts. 1 sentence, 1 moment, 1 step. And tomorrow, do it again. Choose a new sentence. Say it out loud, 5 times. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. For 30 days, you will be amazed at how different your mouth feels. You will be amazed at how different you feel. Thank you for your time. I'm Ethan, and thank you for trusting me with your learning journey. I know it is hard. I know it can feel lonely. Learning a language is one of the hardest things a person can do. Takes courage. Takes patience. Takes time. But you are already doing it. You are here and thinking about how to improve. That means you care. That means you have not given up. And that is the most important thing. Do not give up. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. The road is long. But every step counts. Every sentence counts. Every mistake counts. You are closer than you think. I believe in you. Your English is already inside you. It just needs a way out. Give it a way out. Open your mouth. Let the words come. Not perfect, but real. Not tomorrow, today. Your progress starts now. Keep going. Keep speaking. Keep trying. 1 sentence at a time. You got this.